people want to have something like a more personal conversation. This is a really big tip too, guys. When somebody hits you up and says, hey, I have a referral for San Diego, never say, oh, cool, here's my number, have them call me. Like, worst thing you could possibly do. Best thing you could do is say, hey, Brian, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate the opportunity. Can you introduce us via a text message? Or can you introduce us via an email? And then I'll take it from there. Welcome to the Whissel Way Podcast. My name is Kyle Whissel.
My name is Bryan Koci.
Are you usually talk and tell everybody exactly what your job is? Not today? You're just going to smile and look pretty? Yeah, if you guys ever want to see Brian's beautiful smiling face, you guys can always do that. You can go to thewhisselway.com and on there you can subscribe to the podcast via whatever your favorite podcast system is. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, or you can join our Facebook group, which is the best place to ask questions, because the way that this show works is our goal is to give you the systems and the structure that you need to go out there and crush it in your business. And the way that we like to do that is by answering the questions that you have. And so, Brian, what is our question for today?
Today, we're going to be talking about referrals.
Ooh.
We do a lot of agent-focused content, like the podcast you're listening to, like the YouTube, all the stuff. We do a lot of content. A big portion of that is to receive referrals. I mean, let's be honest. This is fun for us, but we want to receive referrals from those other people, other real estate agents. And so I thought this would be kind of a fun one to do. Instead of us teaching you process, it would be you and I kind of brainstorming ideas on how to go from top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, of how to make sure we're top of mind when anyone is thinking about, or anyone has clients relocating to Southern California, San Diego, Santee, anything.
Okay.
So, I'm using the marketing breakdown from my coach, Jason Pantana, with the Tom Ferry Network, and he's got some different things. So, this is also helping me with my homework.
Okay.
So that's good. So the target audience for referrals I have are real estate agents in the USA. Now, I know worldwide we can do stuff, but really we don't want to go too wide. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's accurate. I mean, obviously, if somebody from London has a referral, I'm going to take it.
Yes.
But the probability of somebody having a referral is pretty slim.
Cool. Next is position the brand everywhere. And so I think we've done a good job with that. We have videos that we post on Facebook that we share in other groups. We have our Facebook group, our YouTube channel, our podcast. So I think we do a good job of that. Also talk a little bit about how we can utilize conferences or events to get referrals.
Yeah, I think conferences are one of the best places possible to meet agents who can potentially refer business to you. What I've learned is the agents that go to conferences are going to conferences because they have a desire to grow their business. They're growth-minded people. And those are the people that you want to be aligned with. The agents who never go to conferences, never go to events, tend to be very close-minded. They just kind of come, do their thing, and don't talk to anybody, don't interact with anybody. That's not necessarily who you want to be aligned with. You want the people that are growth-minded and that are very open with their business and like to interact with people. I think the key when you go to conferences is to avoid mistake number one of conferences, which is going and hanging out with the same people you hang out with at home.
Because they're not going to refer you business.
They're not going to refer you business. And the thing is, you saw them a day or two before the conference, and you're going to see them a day or two after the conference. Why do you want to hang out with them at the conference? One of the biggest conferences we go to every year, the Tom Ferry Success Summit in Anaheim, there's 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people that are there. Why do you choose to hang out with the 3 people you hang out with back at home? There's 7,000 new people for you to meet there. Quit hanging out with the same 3 people you hang out with at home. What you should do is the 3 of you should make a goal to meet as many people individually as you can for 2 reasons. One, the more people you build relationships with at conferences, the more potential you have to generate referrals from them. And you guys can divide and conquer. Instead of all 3 of you sitting in one class together, side by side, like most people do, you say, all right, I'm going to go to this class, you go to that class, you go to that class. Everybody gets different education. And then when this event's over, you guys come together and now you share all the takeaways, and effectively you learn 3 times as much by dividing and conquering, and you met 3 times as many people. So that's a big mistake I see people make at conferences, is just hanging out with the same people they hang out with at home.
Now, do you have any tips on getting the people that you meet into, and this is another thing we can talk about, CRM? Do we put them in our own CRM? Do we have another CRM? How do we get the people that we meet into the CRM? I mean, that's a whole ball game in itself.
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do is put those into your CRM and just tag them as agent. I think that's the best thing you could do. Use your same CRM. Something I've seen agents do is always try to have like, I got this system for this and that system for that, and they got like 10 different CRMs.
Which
you're not going to log into 10 different CRMs. Just put them all in one. Utilize tags or whatever your CRM calls them to, separate them out appropriately. But the key is when you get back from the conference, you're going to come with a stack of business cards. Like, make sure you get people's business cards. Some people think that's old school. I think it's freaking genius. Get all those business cards so you don't forget about anybody. And then when you go through those business cards, as you go through every single one of them, send them a bomb video. And just say, hey, Brian, it was awesome meeting you at the conference. I really appreciated, the input you had about stepping up my video game. It was great to meet you, man. I look forward to staying in touch. And that's it. Like, just shoot them a video and now put them into your database. Like, that should be your process. Video, put them in the database, tag them, and then go to the next agent. I think that's one of the keys. And now you have all those people in your database. Well, what we do is we then send them our market update. We do a market update every single month on San Diego. So I have that go out to all the agents that I have in my CRM, because I want to remind them once a month that I'm their guy when it comes to San Diego, and I know what's happening in San Diego.
Which, a tip about that, I just got same thing, market update from an agent, but I couldn't find anywhere where they were located. So if you do that, make sure you say your market area, not just for real estate agents, but if you're sending it to your database and they have either moved out of state or they're thinking about moving into state, make sure you let them know it's your San Diego market update. If you're in San Diego. If you are, don't send them that. Just send them ours.
If you're in San Diego, then just don't tell them you're in San Diego. So they just send everything to us.
How many business cards do you get a day? Do you try and get 10 good ones, or do you try and get 400 of everyone?
No, I'm definitely going deeper than wider. But what I try to do when I'm at these events is I try to have breakfast with one group of people, lunch with a different group of people, and dinner with a different group of people. And then, usually kind of leave the evening open and see where the wind blows me. Because then I'm going to meet different people at the bar. Like, they call it lobby con. A lot of times you meet a lot of fun people when you're at the lobby bar at these hotels, and you're just meeting random people. Sometimes that can be some of the best connections. But what I like to do is set those things up in advance at a conference. So there's always going to be an event page or a Facebook group or something that's connected with that particular conference. Go on there in advance and say, hey, I'm looking to get together with 5 people that want to talk about, farming. I want to get together for lunch with some people that want to talk about calling expireds, so that you can actually have like kind of a focus group, so to speak, of people. And that's one of the best ways, because if there's 7,000 people at an event, I'm pretty sure there's 5 that want to go after farming there. So it's not going to be hard to fill that table. And then book your restaurant reservations in advance, so you kind of become the ringleader of this stuff. So book a breakfast, book a lunch, book a dinner, and I find no more than 8. 6 to 8 is kind of the sweet spot. Always ask for round tables. Makes a huge difference. But keep it smaller. Like, when you go to these dinners where there's 40 people, like, it's a shit show.
Yeah.
6 to 8 people, round tables, book them in advance.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So now this is the part that I don't think
one more thing. Add them on their social profiles as well. So add them on Facebook, add them on Insta. On Facebook, you can utilize lists. So I have a list in Facebook for agents. So put them on Facebook, put them on your friends list. That way you can see all the agents in one place. So making sure that you add them on there. I try to keep my Facebook now only to people I've actually met and engaged with. I don't like to have random. So when people send me a Facebook ad request, I don't know them, I'm just not going to add them.
Cool. Also, depending on your audience, LinkedIn is great. I know your LinkedIn audience is primarily real estate agents, so that's great. Okay, so this is a part that I think we have opportunity to grow. I think it would be cool, even if they know Kyle Whissel San Diego, they may not know the best way to get in touch with you. So I propose we make a page, maybe a ClickFunnels page. Maybe we do something.kylewhissel.com to where we can say for referrals, go to this. And it has, we made a video about how to, or why we should use you for referrals. We can put, I don't know the laws about this, so correct me if I go overboard, but I think we could do something where we say, look, we do a 25%, 35%, 10%, whatever the referral fee is. We can put it there so it's not unknown. And I think it would be kind of cool is if anyone refers us a deal, we give them some sort of incentive that is not open to the public. We put out a lot of our stuff. My first thought was, actually Tom's first thought, which I thought was a great idea, is we create a video series that we give to people that refer us business, people that come to the mastermind, people that are in our downline. My other thought was, what if we already have it filmed, Mike delivering the Whissel listing presentation. So my thought is it's going to be solid information.
Yeah.
People in San Diego aren't going to refer us business. And if they are, cool. You cool with that?
Yeah, I like giving them video content.
Yeah.
Listing presentation, Brian, is like
I know.
That's the prized possession of any agent. That's going to be the hardest thing to pry out of people's hands.
So you don't like that one?
Nope.
Okay.
That's the secret sauce.
That's kind of what I
makes
figured.
Us who we are.
I knew that was like
we share everything. That's the one thing that we don't share.
I know that was top A content, so I was like, that would be the best. But okay, cool. Okay, let's find something that we can.
Yeah, we could put it together, killer class on video form.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm thinking, what do you think about a landing page they can go to? Maybe they even submit the referral right there.
I found that that's too impersonal.
Okay.
People want to have something like a more personal conversation. This is a really big tip too, guys. When somebody hits you up and says, "Hey, I have a referral for San Diego," never say, "Oh, cool. Here's my number. Have them call me." Like, worst thing you could possibly do. Best thing you could do is say, "Hey, Brian, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate the opportunity. Can you introduce us via a text message, or can you introduce us via an email, and then I'll take it from there." Mm-hmm. That is the best. Instead of you sitting around waiting for a phone call, like they just connected you via text. You now have their phone number. So Brian says, "Hey, Kyle, this is Billy. Billy's looking to buy a place, here in downtown San Diego. Can you help him out?" "Brian, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate the opportunity to help Billy out. Hey, Billy, I'll reach out to you directly and we can keep the conversation going." That is so important. Like, have the referrer introduce you to the referral.
So on the landing page, do we want your cell phone number? I mean,
we're trying to hide that.
I know. Well, just look at the past 800 videos we've done and you'll find it. Probably like 900.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
That's cool.
So we have the video we do that we talked about. Why choose us for referrals?
Yes.
We have the goodies. How do we tell them to refer us?
I mean, if they're going to land on a page, then then we could just say, "Hey, fill this form out and we'll call you." I think is cool. But we could also give the cell phone number out on there. I've been doing a lot of referral introductions via DMs on Instagram lately. Like, that's become very popular. Instagram and Facebook DMs. Because a lot of times people will say, "Hey, hit me up on Facebook or Insta and say, 'Hey, Kyle, I have a referral for you. Cool, can you introduce me?'" And then they'll just do it immediately on whatever that platform is.
This is another thing that I think we can do better is nurturing our agents via to remind them about us for referral basis. So if we have them in our database, I think doing an email that we send out to them, or I know Gary V's big on the text thing. I kind of want to add another level of outbound communication to people.
Yeah.
So that's my thought.
Yep. Yeah, one other thing too, real quick, is when somebody does give us a referral, a system that I've started using that I'm kind of cool or geeked out on is called Ava Bot, EVA Bot. I think it's avabot.ai. If you want a code, I think I can give you a discount on it. So shoot me a DM on Instagram and I will get you that code.
Or look in the show notes.
We'll put it in there. Hopefully I have one. But what it does is, like, I'm I am that guy that's not the best at giving thoughtful gifts. Like there's some people that are amazing at that. Glenda Baker down in Atlanta, shout out to you. I know that you crush it with this stuff, but that's not my strong suit. So AvaBot's kind of cool. I just shoot a text message to Ava, and through AI, it will reach out to Bryan and say, hey, Bryan, my name is Ava. I'm Kyle's assistant. He asked me to reach out to you. He has a personalized gift for you. I just want to ask you a couple quick questions. And then they fill out a few questions. And Ava, my AI bot, curates a gift and sends it directly to Bryan on my behalf in a beautiful Whissel Realty Group box. And it's something that's thoughtful, that's going to, based on the questions that it asks him, is going to be something that he's going to be into. So cool way to say thank you to somebody and give them a thoughtful gift without you having to be thoughtful, because maybe you suck at it like I do.
That's kind of my homework for one of the categories, but that's fine. That's really what I like. The landing page idea. I like the incentive of some sort. So let's get to the widget.
All right. So one of the other things we like to do on every episode of the show is what we refer to as the Whissel Widget of the week, which is some sort of widget that we use in our business that either saves us time or increases our efficiency. And so this one that I got was from an Instagram ad. So I got targeted by this one. And Bryan has always been very envious of my tripod game. I'm always coming with tripods he's never seen before. I'm keeping it fresh. And so this is a cool tripod that I found. And what it is called the Tentacle, Tenikle. And what I love about this little tripod here is that these suction cups that are on the bottom of it. And so again, if you're just listening to this, you probably can't see what I'm talking about, but you can always check out these episodes on YouTube as well. If you want to subscribe to the podcast or the YouTube channel, go to thewhisselway.com. But it's essentially a tripod that the legs are all suction cups. So I've found a ton of different uses for this thing. Recently,
kind of looks like a three-legged octopus.
It's like an octopus, yeah. Like I was on Southwest Plains, typically do not have screens on them. But they do have free TV on your phone. So you can like connect to their Wi-Fi and get free TV on your phone. But you're looking down at this little screen that's down on the tray table, and it's uncomfortable enough being on a plane. Looking down at a little screen is terrible. So I've just literally pop this tentacle onto the seat in front of me, and I could put my screen, and it's now right there at eye level, and I can watch a movie. So it's cool for that. We've done things where we want to shoot pictures, and you could suction cup it to a window and shoot a picture. You could just set it on your table, and then it folds up really, really small too, and it's nice and it's portable. There's like a million different ways that you could use this thing. But I love my tentacle. And it's cheap. It's like $30, $20.
We need to start getting sponsored by some of these people.
Right?
Throwing out.
All at me, Tentacle.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any sponsors, but we should. So my widget of the week, as you know, I was a photographer first, then became into video and marketing. This is a tool that will allow me to be efficient with my flash, be quick with it, and give me a variety of looks. Make sense?
Yes.
So it's called the Mag Mod, and it looks like a little Tupperware thing. You can see it's called Mag Mod. And why they call it the Mag Mod is because it has two little magnets. So we've got a couple different modifiers here. So when we Tom or I shoot Twilight properties, we don't like to use the flash just like this. It gets too direct at the building and doesn't spread off enough. So when I connect this little piece of Tupperware to the end, it will disperse my light and give me a much more even flow of light. So they have that. They also have this, which is the grid. So if I wanted, a tighter area where maybe I only want to light this tree and not everything else, I can put on the grid and we can be a lot more directed with my light. So I actually don't own this. Tom owns this. I have different tools that take up a lot of room in my bag. But the cool thing about this is it collapses down really small. It's lightweight. So this is going to be on my Christmas list. Now I know what to tell my wife. The end. So that's my widget of the week is the Mag Mod system.
I love it. So hopefully you guys got a lot of value out of the show today. Again, if you guys want to subscribe to the show on your podcast platform or on YouTube, go to the whisselway.com. Whissel is WHISSEL, the whisselway.com. So you can hop on there. Also on there, we'll connect you to our Facebook group, which is the best place to ask us questions. The questions that we answer here on the show are questions that get asked on that Facebook page. So if you have questions for us, make sure to hop in there, thewhisselway.com. We also post information about upcoming events that we have as well. So we do a Media Mayor Mastermind, which is a 2-day intensive event where we deep dive into everything Bryan and I have learned over the last 5 years of creating thousands of videos together. So if you want to get early access to upcoming events or speaking engagements or any of that fun stuff, it's an awesome place to get that info.
If they want to refer a client that's coming to San Diego,
yes,
right now, before we decide if we're sharing your cell phone number again or not, how should they reach out to you?
DM on Instagram. Honestly, right now, the easiest way to get a hold of me is to shoot me a DM on Instagram. So follow me on Insta, shoot me a DM.
That's how I'm going to communicate with you now.
That is where I get the least messages right now. So if you actually want to get through to me, that's the way to do it.
So it's just at Kyle Whissel.
At Kyle Whissel. I'm not one of those people that makes like their old high school AOL name, like Killer Kitty 69. Like, grow the fuck up. You're an adult and you're in business. Your Instagram handle should be your fucking name or something very close to it. Sorry, I'm passionate about it and I cuss when I'm passionate. But again, guys, hope you got a lot of value. TheWhisselWay.com. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. We'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.